Okay, now as we look at these problems, what we're going to be just applying a lot of those different theorems we've talked about. So on number one, they're wanting the measure of arc WX. So it wants to know the measure of this arc, which is going to be arcs are measured in degrees. So anytime you see one of those little M's, you know your answer is going to be in degrees. And here's basically how you're going to be able to figure it out. If this is 42-degree angle here, then the one across from it is also a 42-degree angle, and the central angle is equal to the arc, so that means that is 42 degrees. So that is your answer for number one. For number two, YZ, well, if both of these are 42-degree arcs, then the chords that subtend those arcs are also equal. So if this chord is 3.6, this chord here, ZY or YZ, is also 3.6, because if the arcs are equal, the chords across those arcs are equal. The next one it wants is WZ. So once again, if because these angles in the middle are equal, this angle is equal to this angle, which, since those are central angles, that means this arc is equal to this arc. So that means that this chord 9.2, let me get a different color so it stands out. This chord 9.2 has to match this chord 9.2. And a good rule of thumb is if the diagram is drawn to scale and it looks equal, it probably is. So if all else fails, just kind of go by how it looks if the diagram is drawn to scale. If it says diagram not drawn to scale, you probably want to redraw it because they're trying to hide something for you. So redrawing it so it is drawn to scale is a good strategy. Now, the last one is it wants to know the measure of arc XY. So we'll mark XY in green. And here's what's worth knowing. If I was to go from W all the way around to Y, that's half a circle because that is a diameter right here, WY, going through the center. So that in green is 180 degrees. So to find out this piece right there, that would be 180 degrees minus the 42 degrees I have up here. And then that's going to give me 138 degrees. And that's the way to do it. You also could have found the angle in the middle by saying 42 plus Q, angle Q would have to equal 180, and then subtract from 42. Same thing could have happened for you there. We'll go ahead and work a few more. Okay, on this next one, remember that since that is a diameter of the circle, LN is a diameter. That means it is the perpendicular bisector of that chord. So they have it marked as a right angle, but it also turns out that these two pieces are equal. So I can say 5x minus 6 equals 2x plus 9. And then subtract 2x from both sides. So I have 3x minus 6 equals 9. Then I would add 6 to both sides. So that's going to give me a 3x equals 15. And then divide by 3, so x is 5. So they were just wanting you to find x there, so that's good. If you needed to find the length of the chord or something like that, you could always take the 5 and plug it back in and find the length of half the chord, and then just multiply that by 2 to get the whole chord. So pay attention on these problems, what they're asking you to find. Sometimes you will find x, sometimes you'll substitute back in. Number 10 should work exactly like number 9. I'll leave you to do that one on the own. This next one is one of the ones where they are not equal because that is not a diameter, but they do still make a proportion. So I can do 3 times x equals 4 times 6. So that's 3x is 24. And then x should be equal to 8.